I was like, man, he's coming up for it, and he got it. Oh, there's a giant one following, like an 8-9 pounder. What is the craze about this new bait? Like, it has won everything this summer. So we're gonna break this down today, gonna show you how I fish it, the different ways I rig it. The new Berkeley Moeba, really a cool bait. If you hadn't got some, you better get some, because it's winning everything out there right now on the tournament trail. You know, so it comes in two different sizes. There's a 3.5 size and a 4.5 size. So what in the heck does a bass think he's biting when he bites this thing? Like, I don't have any idea. I really, really don't. But I do know they bite it. And it's not a bait you can fish fast. It's not a bait you put a bunch of weight on. This bait here is all about it just shaking as it falls. You'll pop it and you'll jerk it, and it'll make all this stuff kind of flare. And it gets bit. Like, it's just one of those things. I truly think it doesn't represent anything. I don't want to sit here and try to make up some shad ball, fry ball, blah, 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 blah. I don't think it's any of that stuff. I just think it's something that has a lot of really subtle movement. I think it's something that they haven't seen before. You know, all these fish out here, they've seen every jig head minnow under the sun, like every color, just every one of them. And when you go to throw something like this weightless and it just slowly suspends down in front of them, man, they bite it. And like, it's just, you know, how long before the new wears off? I don't know. You know, the Cinco lasted a long time. The Alabama rig lasted a long time. You know, the vibrating jig, it's still playing. You know, it's still a very viable bait. But when that thing was brand new, it was through the roof. Oh, yeah, I got one. This is a good one too, I think. Oh, isn't that awesome? That is so awesome. Look at the size of that sucker. He engulfed it. He engulfed it. All right, guys, here's what we're talking about today. Let me show you. Let me show you. Look down at its throat. All right. So let's talk a little bit about how I rig it. You know, this bait here, I've got it rigged on 14-pound Bass Pro fluorocarbon, and I just have a 3/0 Fusion straight shank hook. Let me just show you my hook. That's it right there. And I push this thing, I've rigged this bait a bunch of different, you know, caught a bunch of fish on this bait today, and I push it up over that barb, you know, so that barb kind of keeps it towards the front. That hook's back there in the back like that. Yeah, no, this is not weedless. I'm not gonna drop it down inside a brush pile, but man, I can pitch it down a bank, just going down a bank like you would a Cinco if you're not using forward-facing sonar. If you're out offshore, you know, you can pitch this thing, you know, over a brush pile, or if you're fishing docks, throw this thing in a dock and just let it slowly sink to the bottom and then pop it a couple times. I really like that single hook. I just feel like I hook a lot of fish that way. Now, another way that you can rig it, and you'll see a lot of people do it, is just with a quad treble hook or a triple treble hook, either way. But they'll just take and, you know, rig one of those barbs right in that bait. Let's pretend this was tied on, and man, you'll just rig that thing like that right there. So, you know, you pop it, the hook comes to the top. When you stop popping it, that hook will roll to the bottom. But you know, that kind of conceals that hook maybe a little bit better. I'm not saying one's right, one's wrong. I think the bait's so new, we're all still developing things. You know, something I'm gonna really work on is making me a weedless application, just putting me a weed guard right there on a flipping hook. I probably have one around the house for when I'm throwing a big weightless general or something. A lot of times I will put it with a little weed guard on it, you know, when I'm wacky styling it. So that'll be another way that I will try to fish that. Now, as far as your action, your rod action, those kinds of things, you know, a lot of times, you know, when you have a fish engaged, let's say you're forward-facing sonar fishing and you got a fish engaged on that thing, you know, and it's sinking, and all of a sudden, you know, he comes to see it. As he gets close to it, I'm gonna pop that thing, just boop, you know, and then if he darts and he eats it, great. If he doesn't, I'm gonna pop, 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 and, you know, try to take it away from him. Come back and got it. Come back and got it. Yep, it catches them. It's just crazy. You just show fish a brand new bait and it's just like, they go silly over it. one unique thing about the Berkeley Moeba, it's got that max scent in it. You know, there's a lot of people out there fishing a lot of other kinds. It doesn't have the scent that this thing has. So, you know, it has that scent dispersion in the water. As those fish get closer to it, they can actually smell it. You know, you guys can go back and look at the science behind it, but you know, there's definitely something to the max scent, and it's also got power bait in it. They've got both of them in it. So that's really a neat thing about this version of it to help seal those deals to get those bites. So, you know, for me, it's a bait that we're gonna throw in clear water, clear to stained water, a finesse presentation. You know, you can power it a little bit. You know, I've got that on a bait casting rod, but you know, it's a stained to a clear water deal for me. You know, I don't know that, I'm sure somebody will catch them in super muddy water, but you know, for me, it's going to be a clear water situation where they're feeding by sight a lot of times, seeing it, then they get up close to it, then they actually smell it and close the deal. So really a unique bait, you know, one that for you to get on the front side of it, you got to go get some bites before all those fish are educated in your local lake, because it sure does catch them, and it really does catch big ones. Golly, it's so fun to see them come up and eat it. Oh, look at that one. That is a giant, a giant. Man, that's what I've noticed about this bait, guys. It catches the biggest fish down there. It's like, I'm not letting that stupid urchin thing reproduce. It's like, that's what I feel like they're doing. All right. Yeah, it just catches them. It catches them. It's a patience deal, you know. Takes a while for that thing to sink, you know, to get down there. If you think of, you know, fishing a weightless worm, a general Cinco out over deep water, that's really what you're doing with that Moeba. Cool fish, man. All right, here we go. Letting her go back. Thanks, girl. So fun to have a bait like this that the fish hadn't seen. You know, there is no right answer to tell me what this thing represents. You guys can sit there and say whatever you want to say. It's just something ugly that they haven't seen, that they don't like, and they bite. I don't know, that's what they do. You know, as far as bite detection, it's a lot like that Cinco general bite. You know, a lot of times your line's just gonna get tight or your line's gonna pop. You're not gonna feel it a lot of times, only once they start swimming off. So keep that in mind. It can be a light bite. Really watch your line, pay attention to it to see if it ever moves or quivers as that thing's falling. Got it. Man, it's like a jerk bait, guys. You just keep jerking it, keep jerking it, keep jerking it. It's like, you know, they keep running up to it, and then you just take it away from them is all you do. You just keep popping it, popping it, popping it, popping it, and they bite it, and they bite it. You know, the unique thing with the Moeba is, you know, that max scent, it's a heavier material. I don't have to put a lot of weight, if any. You know, today I was fishing it anywhere from 5 to 12, 13 feet. I wasn't adding any weight. It was the perfect sink rate for me to get down there. That's a unique thing about it, you know, and that's why I like rigging it with the way I do. I don't have to worry about putting weight on it. So it works really well right out of the package. I don't know if it's that big one or not. It's a big one though. Golly, look at the size of that fish, would you? Look at the size of that fish. Holy smokes. That is a giant. Yes, come here, baby. Yes, 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 yes. Sweet. That is a good one, isn't it? Man, I just kept popping it and kept popping it, and then she just had to have it. Oh, that's so cool. So cool. Man, it makes my day. This makes my day. I don't know, this doesn't get any better. All right. Thanks, buddy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There she goes. You know, at the end of the day, this is not a bait that you go throw everything else away. It's just gonna be another tool in your tool belt. It's gonna be another bait to complement the jig head minnow. It's gonna be another bait to complement a general, maybe a jig on a dock. But it's just another tool in your tool belt to get some more bites at the end of the day. I was like, man, he's coming up for it, and he got it. Oh, there's a giant one following, like an 8-9 pounder. Holy smokes, I've never seen a fish that big. Oh, he's right there underneath the water. It is a big one underneath him. I mean, a really big one. Not that I could hook him with that amoeba that far up the line. Oh, wow. That was so cool. I mean, giant fish, 8-9 pounder, no doubt. Woo, that was fun, guys. Fun, fun, fun. Anytime you can get a new bait, guys, it's just fun. They have never seen it. It's just a lot of fun to go out to a body of water, show a fish something new. I have no idea what that's supposed to be. I just know they bite it.